It's your girl Nisa. I'm back with another video, of course. To be honest, I don't even know why I started recording, to be honest. Like, I was just bored. I was like, it's been a while since I posted on here, so I need to post a video, do something with my life. But I'm gonna tell y'all a little story time or whatever. I'm trying to think, what story time should I tell? I guess I'll tell y'all the story about whenever experience of having a baby in the NICU. So my daughter, she was born on September 7th of 2019. Now I had went to the hospital like September 4th because about like a week prior, I wasn't feeling good and stuff like that, so I went to my doctor. They checked me out, all that kind of stuff, and pretty much they had checked me out and stuff, and then they noticed that my blood pressure was high, and my blood pressure is never high. Usually it's normal. So what they did was they decided to do a 24-hour pee, as in they give me like a gallon thing or whatever, where every time I pee, like they give me like this thing where I have to pee in like this little cup thing or whatever. I don't know. I put it on the toilet, then I pee in it and stuff like that. Then I put it in like the gallon thing or whatever. And then I had to put it in the fridge. And then so from there, like I was doing 24-hour pee. Then the next day I had to bring it in and stuff. And then they was drawing blood and stuff like that. And then so a few days later, that's when my mom had told me, she said, come on, get like your stuff ready and stuff like that, because we're going to the hospital, because they want to monitor my heart, my blood pressure and stuff like that, because they said I came back positive for preeclampsia. And so we went to the hospital, stuff like that. They monitored me or whatever, and they said it was mild preeclampsia. So my blood pressure wasn't sky high, but it was like pretty high though. And so basically what they did was basically they said 2 times a week I would have to go back to the doctor's office and stuff like that, and they'll monitor my blood pressure and stuff like that, and they'll monitor the baby to see how she's doing and stuff like that. So I said okay. So that was on like a Sunday, I believe. So then on Tuesday I had went to the doctor and stuff like that, and monitored my blood pressure, monitored the baby and stuff like that. And the doctor did tell me that basically watch out for symptoms for high preeclampsia, which is headaches, blurry vision, all that kind of type of stuff. So I said okay. And so the day after Tuesday, which was Wednesday, I woke up in the morning at like 5, and usually I get up at like 6 for school, but I woke up at 5 because my head was hurting so much. So I decided pretty much just sit in the bed and stuff like that to see if basically it would go away. But I know it wasn't going away or nothing like that. So after that I just told my mom, I said I'm gonna stay home and do my work, because the school I go to now, basically all my work is online, so I wouldn't really miss anything. All my work's online, so and I have a laptop, so I could do my work from home. And then my mom told me to call the doctor's office whenever they open and let them know and stuff. And I was like okay. And so when my mom, she texted me a little bit later after she left work, she told me to take like Benadryl or something like that, or ibuprofen. I think, I don't know what it's like one of these type of pills or whatever. Actually no, I think it's, what was it? I forgot what it was, but it's a pill that I could take for headaches and stuff like that, because whenever I first got pregnant, they gave me a list of pills that I could take for different types of stuff or whatever. So I took it. I waited for like 2 hours. It didn't work. Head was still hurting. So I called and stuff like that, and I let them know. They told the doctor stuff like that, and I had to wait for a call back. Then they said, we want you to come back or whatever to the hospital. So I said okay. I told my mom and stuff, so she had got off of work and stuff like that, and took me to the doctor and stuff. And then from there, it was, yeah, that day was September 4th. Hey girl. Hello. And then that day was September 4th. And then they immediately took me to the back or whatever. I had to get the IV in my arm and stuff like that. It wasn't that bad. I just had to not look at it. But it wasn't that bad stuff. Then I turned my blood pressure. And my first blood pressure came out as sky high. That's lotion and stuff that Angie gave me. And so my blood pressure came out sky high for the first one and stuff. So they told me they was gonna keep me for 24 hours and stuff like that because of my blood pressure. And then right after that, they had put me on medication and stuff. I forgot what it's called. Matocin? Something like that. I'm doing a story time, huh? So I think it's called Matocin metabolism. I don't know, something like that. Pitocin? No, I'm talking about the medication that they put me on for my blood pressure. Oh, labetalol. No, not the no, the stuff that they put in my arm for it. It started with an M. No, it starts with an M. What they use for my blood pressure. No, it wasn't labetalol. I know it wasn't. Something that started with an M, but it's for my blood pressure or whatever, which they had going through my IV and stuff like that. Then we was waiting on the doctor and stuff. And basically, she told me that there was no way that I was gonna leave without having the baby and stuff like that. So from there, then I stayed like another 2 nights, I think, or was it 1 night? I think it was 1 night. Another 1 night that I stayed where I was in the precaution center. I don't know, some part of the maternity center at the hospital, wherever like you have like problems and stuff like that. It's a certain section, but I was in there or whatever. And I remember I was getting so hungry, and I know that 6:30 p.m. is the time where they don't let you order no more food at. So I had to order me some food. So I was in the process of ordering me food or whatever, which I was on hold. And as soon as the doctor come in, she was like, "Are you ordering food?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Hang up." She was like, "Nope, because we're about to induce you." I was like, "Huh?" And so I was like, "Darn. I really wish I would have got to eat before going into labor, because I was in for labor for 2 days." So whenever we got to the labor and delivery room and stuff like that, whenever we had gotten to the labor and delivery room, it was, I don't know, but the doctor had came in. She checked to see if I was dilated, which I wasn't, because I was only 33 weeks pregnant. I wasn't dilated at all, so they decided to put in this balloon thing or whatever. It's like this thing where they put it in or whatever, and then they like put air into the balloon or whatever. It's supposed to like make me at least 5 centimeters, and then once when I'm 5 centimeters and stuff, it's supposed to like just come right out. And so after that, whatever, it hurt whenever they did put that in. I didn't like that at all. But yeah, then after that, that started happening and stuff, and then I started getting contractions and stuff like that. The contractions, they was pretty bad. They wasn't like that bad though. Like, it was pretty tolerable. Until they had took this little yoga ball or whatever. And they had put one of my leg on it, stuff like that. It's supposed to help with my cervix and stuff, and it did. And like mucus had started coming out and stuff like that. I felt like bleeding and stuff, and that was like mucus and stuff coming out or whatever. And then the next day when I woke up and stuff like that, contractions got stronger. So but they had decided to put me on Pitocin, which is the stuff to make your contractions get really strong. And that crap is no joke. It hurts. It hurts really bad. And then after that, I was on that for like a while. But then I finally was able to get on epidural, which the epidural is a lifesaver and stuff. But then about the next morning, then they had put this stuff in me or whatever. They took the ultrasound stuff off my belly, because you know they keep that on your belly and stuff, but they decided to put it inside of me. Well, they have this special thing where they put it inside, where they could see like the baby's heartbeat better, because she was moving so much where it wasn't really picking up. So they decided to put it like on her head or whatever. So it went inside me and they put it on her head and stuff to, you know, get her heart rate and stuff like that. Then after that, it was, I don't know, like an hour or two later, and then the doctor had came in and stuff like that, and she was like, we had to do a emergency C-section because her heart rate was going down and stuff like that. And so basically they said that, you know, only one person can be in the room and stuff like that. So my mom had went, and pretty much when I was in there, they shaved the top of me and stuff like that, and they got me prepped and ready. Like, it was like so quick and fast. Like, they was playing no games at all. So then after that, we was in the room or whatever, and you know, I couldn't see nothing, couldn't feel nothing, not like that. It was just a whole bunch of pressure during the C-section. Like, it was a bunch. I didn't really like it at all. But my baby came out and I was so excited and stuff like that, but I just kind of like panicked a little bit after and stuff, because they was, what's his face in me, it was just so much pressure. I didn't like it, and I just freaked out. My mom calmed me down and stuff, and then eventually after that, then I fell asleep. I did, I ain't gonna lie, I fell asleep after that because I was so tired. I was exhausted. Like, I was sleeping. All I know is that I woke up back in the delivery and labor room and stuff like that, and my baby father was there. I was so tired. It was so exhausting. And I was looking around, I was like, where's Alea? Because I didn't know that if I deliver her now, that she would have to be in the NICU because she's like a preemie. So I didn't get to see her until the next day, because the day that I just had her, stuff like that, I was too weak to go down there and stuff. Like, the first time I had tried to get up, it was terrible. Like, I started feeling all sick and dizzy and stuff. Like, it was bad. But then about the second time I went to get up, it wasn't that bad. It was just a lot of pain. Then after that, that was the next day had came or whatever, and I had went to go see her in the morning. My sister and my mom had took me to go see her, and I remember just seeing her in the incubator and stuff like that, and I was getting sad because I was like, my baby, she's in the incubator. Like, I wish I was able to keep her in longer so that I didn't have to go through that. Like, it was just like so sad. But they said that, you know, she was really good though. They said because when she came out, she didn't need the oxygen thing and nothing like that. She was breathing on her own already, but she did have the feeding tube in and stuff. And I remember holding her for the first time, and she was so tiny. Like, she was like I could just hold her with one hand. Like, she was just so tiny. She was like literally like, let me show you. Like, look at my two hands together.